Hello and good morning, everyone. So I'm happy to present to you all the final capstone project that we worked on as part of advanced machine learning with IBM specialization. It has been a very interesting journey so far, and we did a course about signal processing as part of the specialization, wherein we learned how to process signals, how to use Fourier transform for generating features for audio files, and this project is based on that. So, looking into the input data, this is the training data wherein we are given um, MP3 files for 264 birds, uh, and these are the MP3 files, and we are expected to build a model using these training data, and then given an any other MP4, MP3 file, we should be able to predict what all birds are there singing in those MP3 files. So that is the project. Now, talking about the first phase, which is exploratory data analysis. The first thing that I did was to see whether I had equal number of videos in terms of counts as well as length. So I could see that this is not so balanced. So essentially wrote a logic to get them into a more balanced state, and finally you can see that the total audio length. Essentially I got rid of the outliers, and then I got it to more balanced state. The next activity, in this case I didn't have to build any ETL pipeline because we were given the training data. Yeah, so that step was not relevant for me. uh, then the most important and the challenging step was feature engineering, wherein we used librosa library, which generates the Fourier transform. And then I attempted to plot, this is just a simple wave file plot, and this is the Fourier transform plot that I get from using the librosa library. So this gave a certain understanding of the data that we have. uh, Arriving at like some understanding, essentially I was able to generate some first set of features, and then the next step was to create to create a model after normalizing the features, which is done here. And the model was essentially a deep learning model with dense layers, fully connected layers. And so here we see 260 as the output, because for four birds the data size was that the files were not getting loaded, and so these files had to be then removed. Maybe I'll come back to these four bird classes later and see how I can still load the files. So then, yeah, train the model for multiple epochs by dividing the data into k folds. Finally, evaluated on unseen data, and then wrote the logic to make prediction. So this is essentially the prediction, and finally, the final submission had to be in the form of submission.csv, and so that is what is happening here. All right. So, yeah, this is pretty much my project. I look forward to your feedback. Uh, it'll be really good to see how this project can be improved. There is lots to be done from my end. This is just the very first model. I need to refine the model, create features, maybe use spectrogram, and then use maybe a pre-trained ResNet model. Or so a lot has to be done here. But yeah, this is, I can say, an initial baseline. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.